Hello. Today is April 14th. This is my third entry into my journal. And so I'm still reading the book about grief that I had shared earlier. So I jotted down some notes and basically highlighted a couple things that I wanted to talk about in this video regarding grief and expressing emotions and my thoughts on that. So you see my Dobie. So one paragraph said, consciously or unconsciously, we learn that expressing our natural grief when others are around to see and hear, it is often considered immature, out of control, unnecessary, and or socially unacceptable. I can relate to that. I do feel like I can't really express my grief around anybody, especially my mom. She raised my cousin. He was very much like my brother growing up, and she always refers to him as her first baby. So she has taken his passing extremely hard as well. So when I take her to the cemetery, I try to be strong for her. Really, when I take her, it's not even so that I could spend time with him or just express my thoughts and emotions to him. It's more so for her. And so she cries and she expresses how she feels. And I always feel like I can't show her because I have to be strong for her. And then around other people, I'm afraid to talk about him or my grief because I don't want people to question me and say, it's been a long time already. Why are you still talking about it? Why haven't you gotten over it? Why do you still seem in the same place of grief almost 2 years later? So I could relate to that. And then the next thing that I highlighted was, to heal, you must actively attend to and express that which has broken you. And so I wanted to express it. Basically, I feel what broke me was the final straw, I guess, was my cousin passing. I had a lot of hope that he was going to make it through. Like I said, he was extremely young, very healthy, and he was a fighter. And he was trying his hardest, and I feel like we all had so much hope that he was going to beat it and be back home with us. So losing him and him passing and realizing that all that hope was shattered, that broke me. That really, 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 really broke me to my core, and I think it shifted who I am as a person and my perspective and my thoughts and my belief systems, and really just really, truly broke me. And then the next passage is this. I really, really, really felt. As Colin Murray once observed, the pain of grief is just as much a part of life as the joy of love. It is perhaps the price we pay for love. In fact, your grief is your love. Somebody recently told me that, Miss Nina Unrated. Like I said, she kind of sparked this whole journaling, not so much the video recording, but just journaling and expressing my thoughts and putting my thoughts down in some type of way that I can look back and really see progress or where I'm at. It doesn't even necessarily need to be progress, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with myself. But in her video to me, she said, imagine a cup, and that cup is filled to the brim with love. Then that person passes away, that cup is empty. Now it's filled to the brim with grief. So basically the amount of love that you had for that person is the same amount of grief that you're going to have for that person. So your grief equals the love. That hit me. And it makes sense when I think about it that way, because I do have so much love for my cousin. And I think that is why I have an overwhelming sense of grief, because I love him and I'll always love him. So my grief is very strong because my love equals grief. And then the next passage says, by honoring the presence of your pain, by understanding the appropriateness of your pain, you are committing to facing the pain. You are committing to paying attention to your anguish in ways that allow you to begin to breathe life into your soul again. That is a very good reason to give attention to your intention. The alternative would be to shut down in an effort to avoid and deny your pain, which is to die while you are still alive. Intention has been and always continues to be to honor his presence while acknowledging his absence. The beauty of this is that even as I mourn, I can continue to love. And to wrap things up, I want to do that. I want to continue to honor him in any kind of way possible. I feel as if when he passed, my whole goal was to almost live my life for him, do things that he would want to do, or when I'm doing something adventurous, carry him with me and basically never let go of his memory. He was a police officer, so I do want to support the men and women that do serve, our communities on a day-to-day basis, our men and women in blue. And so I proudly wear Thin Blue Line clothes or anything that has anything to do with the Thin Blue Line. I represent that for him. And I really just want to continue to just honor him in any kind of way I can. Because if I don't, I do feel like that passage says that I am basically alive, but I'm dead inside. And that's really where I was a couple months back. In August, I was falling into a deep, deep depression. I mentioned that in my first video, and I'll go over it in the next video, talking about my depression and the medication I'm on, how I'm feeling, side effects, all of that good stuff. But like I said, maybe that's for the next video. But I was dead inside. I was dead inside, and I was dwindling deeper and deeper, and I was losing myself, and I don't want to do that. I want to live in positivity. I want to live holding his memory with me. I want to live honoring him, and I want to live. That's really what it boils down to. I want to be whole again. I want to be happy, and that's the journey that I'm on. And so I don't know, some of these videos might sound redundant, or you might be wondering, why is this girl even recording? I just hope I can see where I'm going in life, and if I can help somebody along the way, or somebody can relate to me, why not? If you can relate to me, and if anybody's watching these videos, message me, leave me a comment, let me know what you're going through, and let's share together. I can't say that I can make you feel better, or that maybe I won't even be able to understand where you're coming from, but I guess it's good to talk to somebody. As nervous as I get in making these videos, it does feel like a weight lifted and just getting everything off of my chest. Been talking to myself, it's weird, but I want to get better, and that's the goal, that's the plan. So, one day at a time.